Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Bliss. Let me just quickly walk you through um, our MVC, a CVN HRMS. All right, I'll just quickly log into the system, and this is actually from the mobile view. Okay, we're doing this as screencast from a mobile device. It is something you can just to show you it is mobile friendly. Okay, here are lots of um, utilities on our dashboard. Here we have I actually played with this today, and we have some certificates updated today. We have 2, and certified today I think we have 5 here. Expired today none. In SAT, that is valid certificates, we have about 55% of the total. Okay, and for our documents we have valid. Okay, all are valid, meaning we do not have any document with expiry date in it. Okay, or virtually all of them are valid, still valid. Okay, we have a total of 3 documents, and none has expired. Okay, let's just quickly run through this. Okay, from our chart you can see that we have 6 documents valid. Okay, and in June I think in June we have about 4 documents. In June we have about 4 documents expired. Okay, 4 expired. And in July we have about 6 documents still valid, while none has expired in June. Okay, sorry, in July, not June, July. In July we have about 6 documents still in SAT. Okay, okay, let's just delve into the certification system. Then I'll walk you through several places in this HRMS. All right, here are the certificates for various clients. These are the various clients we've registered in this system. Okay, and of course these are the 4 documents, 4 certificates that have expired that we have here, and this is the period it expired. We have this, the first one is since 1 month and 2 days ago, expired since 1 month and 2 days ago, and this one 5 days ago, 1 month and 13 days ago. All right, and we have this valid. Okay, and these ones will be expiring in 6 months. This will be expiring in 6 months and 11 days time. Okay, so here are various things we can do here. You can actually view these certificates manually by clicking on this button here. Okay, so let's just see what it looks like. All right, here is the certificate. Okay, it's looking nice. You don't need to bother yourself. Whenever you want it, you just get them, and if you want to seal, we can make that for you. Okay, so it is nicely done, trust me. It is nicely done, and it is in conformity with the required certification format for inspection purposes of offshore cargo carrying unit, CCUs, and accessories. Okay, here is what we can also do. We can print the whole document. We can print the whole certificate. Okay, you can print the whole certificate. I've checked everything here, and I click on print. I think we have 10 documents here, and look at how they're nicely done. Regardless of their format, they have it is unique to each certificate. Okay, here is a flange that we've done. You can see an image inserted on it, and it is nicely placed. This is what we can do, so you don't need to bother yourself with preparing this with maybe what have you, Microsoft Word and all that. It does. This system does everything. It keeps track of all your records, all your certificates. And here is the signature, and here is the CVN, the certificate verification number, that you can use to track this certificate. Okay, it is unique to every certificate. The system produces this. Okay, and there's a platform, there's a mobile a web app that you will log into, and from your website will fix that for you when you subscribe to, or when you purchase any of these packages. Then when you enter this CVN, it verifies the authenticity of the certificate. Okay, let's just go through the rest of the certs we have here. You can see everything. They're nicely positioned. Okay, and here is one thing. Look at this, highlighting red. It is a defect report. Okay, it's not fit for use, so the system does that for you also. Okay, here is another one, another flange of different ID. Okay, this is 11, the first is a 10. Okay, the same client, and they're nicely positioned, so you don't need to bother about how you could get this done. The system does that for you. All right, let's just quickly run into the system, how we can get this done. Okay, I'm moving to template, the CCU template. Okay, here is everything we have in this in our system. Let's just glance through them. Okay, which client will I be using today? Okay, let me use Extatech. Let's say what location? Okay, Port Harcourt. Okay, let's just use this Extatech base. Let's say base 2, right? Base 2 in a production department, Port Harcourt. All right. Okay, this is certificate number. It has created it, and this the CVN. This one highlighted is a CVN, and it's unique. Okay, no duplicate certificate can be registered in the database. So let's just select a department. Okay, let's say we are using an operations department. Of course, you need to use the department. You need to register the department that is unique or specific for inspection. Right, so for this purpose I use the operations department, and the examiner. Okay, we have 2 examiners here, which means there are just 2 inspectors in this system. Okay, we have Johnson Harry and Emblis. Okay, let me use a Johnson Harry for this. Okay, this the qualification of Johnson Harry. Let's go on to set inspection date. Let me use today. Shall I use today? Okay, let me say today. This is unit was inspected. Let me inspect it to date of inspection today, and the duration 6 months. Okay, it has calculated the due date for this equipment. So it's exactly 27th of January 2021. That's when this certificate will be expiring. All right, so what inspection type? Okay, should I say visual? Yeah, lots of inspection type: visual only, visual examination and MPI only, visual examination, MPI and test only, visual examination and eddy current. So if you actually did eddy current on that equipment, you can select. Okay, let's just use a visual. Right, so inspection type, condition: is it fit for use or not fit for use? So let me say it is fit. It actually passed all necessary requirements. All right, we have lots of standards here. Okay, so you just select which one. So I'll be using DMV. Let's assume in the system we are about to inspect is a DMV unit. Of course, part 1 talks about the inspection. That's the specification of the equipment. So let's okay, which equipment we are going to use. Now the beautiful thing here is that if the equipment you want to inspect is not on the list, what you could do is you click on type equipment name, and the name you type, once you've registered that equipment or once you've created that equipment, that equipment name will be stored in a database. So next time when you open, you don't need to type it again, you'll find it on the list here. So I'll just use a 20 feet half height. 20 feet. Okay, let me just type 20 feet half height. We have 10 feet half height cargo basket. Let me say 20 feet half height. Let's say 20 feet half height cargo basket. Okay, and what's equipment ID? What should we use? Let's just say BTH 1094. Quantity 1. Let's say the tire weight is 16 is 1610 kg, and the tire weight let's say is 4000 kg. Okay, and that's for the safe working load. And the gross weight, if you add both, you have 5610 kg. On the proof load, okay, since we didn't do test, we are not using that. All right, the length of it, what's the length of the equipment? Let's say it is 1.90 meters meter. Let's say the length is about 1.2 meter, and the height, let's say it is let's say 2.87 meters. Okay, since we actually did a visual examination, so no need adding an image, but if you feel it's necessary to do, you can add. Okay, now here's another beautiful thing of this system: the description of the equipment. It prepares them for you, so you can maybe come here to edit if it does not suit your specification or kind of description to the equipment. You can actually change them here. Okay, so we have a steel construction 20 feet half height cargo basket in dimensions 1.90 meter by 1.2 meter by 2.87 meters, which are the length, the width, the height, coupled with 4 lifting points. Okay, now if things here are not necessary, you can remove them. On clicking remove, they disappear. Okay, and you won't have to worry about them. They won't be included in the certificate anyway. So likewise, if they are left empty, Okay, so let's just say the equipment is tested by ABC. Test date, this, let's say this is the ID of the equipment, the test ID, this link specification. Let's say, of course, it is this BSEN 13414 part 2. That's specification for sling. The unified, of course, it is the British European nominee. That's the unified or the globally used standard for sling. Okay, so let's just say it is let me add this. Okay, the sling is one set, so we have a four-legged sling for the four lifting points we described here. Four lifting points. Okay, so a four-legged sling in dimension, let's say 32 mm by 2 meters in diameter. So the description of the sling here is also, we have a wire rope sling coupled with a quick master link attached to one end with a ferrule secure thimble eyes and the other end. So it gives you exactly the description. If it doesn't suit you, you can change it from here. So let's say this link is about 5.61 tons in weight, and the degrees is about 0.0 to 45 degrees. Okay, that's at lifting. The lifting degree is about 0.5. 0 to 45 degrees. So if you are saying it is 90, then that's not a prerequisite lifting strategy for DMVs. Okay, so 45 degrees is ideal because of the positioning of the pad eyes. Okay, let's just use this as the test. Okay, let's say GTS. Just tested by GBTS. It's not a valid name anyway. So test date, let's use this, or let me say 2012. Test ID, blah blah blah. Okay, now we're done for this link. Now the shackle, we have shackle 13889. I think that's what we have. We're supposed to use here. BSEN 13889. Okay, that's what we're supposed to use for the shackle, right? All right, and the quantity, of course, it's 4 pieces for the 4 lifting points. That's for the 4 pad eyes on the equipment. So let's just go on to enter the IDs of the shackle. Okay, let me say we have UV /1, UV /2 /2. We have UV /3 and UV /4. Okay, these are the IDs on the shackle. Okay, so the description of the shackle. Okay, we have sorry, the safe forking load for the shackle. Let's say this are 4 points. Let's say it is a 4.57 tons, and the description, let's say it's a bow safety pin. Okay, let's just in bracket put a Crosby. Let's just say it's Crosby. Okay, for short. Now, I think we are not missing anything. We've entered all necessary information valid for the preparation of this certificate. Let me just save, and you have a button here at the left, save and continue later. On clicking on this, everything I've entered here is saved. Okay, if I have a series of certificates I want to prepare that are similar to this, I can just save it and maybe keep pasting or loading them, then maybe making few changes to the IDs, and rather than going through everything from the beginning. Okay, so I just need to maybe change the client name. If they are same clients, good. All I need to do is the inspector, change a detail about the inspector, and of course reload the client, so it treats this and actually calculate or give us a new CVN, because if the CVN is the same, trust me, it won't work. It will indicate that we have an existing record before. Okay, let's just move ahead to creating this again. Okay, you see, certificate successfully created. Okay, now for adventure I click this 2 times. Oh, you see, we have an error. Sorry, we cannot continue. This certificate may have been created before or does exist. Okay, so it means we have successfully created this certificate for this client. All right, so here is what I can do to maybe search for this certificate. Okay, what do I search with? Okay, let's just get the ID of the equipment. Let's just grab the equipment ID. Here's equipment ID. Let's just highlight all and copy. Let's copy this and make a query. Alright, search the client. It is extra tech. And what are we searching for? Do we go through date? Do we go through the equipment ID or name? Okay, let's just use equipment ID. Alright, and let's enter. Alright, so you see, data loaded means there is a record. If I should take away one, and you see okay, no match found, because what we have here is 4 and we added 3 here. Okay, so data is loaded, so it means the query went through. So what I can do here is to generate certificate. I'm clicking this generate certificate. It goes on to print certificate. Okay, now here is the certificate we just created. This is the ID. Of course, this is 20 feet half height cargo basket certificate, and this is description. Everything is nicely placed. This is the next due date. Okay, date of next inspection, and of course today is 28. We did that again today, or it's today we use. So this is the name of inspector Johnson Harry. Everything is nicely placed. This is the report number. Okay, and here is the certificate verification number, which we have there, and everything is nicely placed. And is the signature of the inspector, and it's a visual, as you can see here, conducting visual examination only, and everything is nicely placed. No defect as at the time of inspection, fit for use. So everything is nicely placed, and this is the unit test details. Load tested by ABC, date of test, certificate number, safe working load. Of course, they are the same. Safe working load. of the unit, and the slings, if working load 5.61 tons. Okay, everything is just so nice. Okay, so it gives you lots of access to printing this. Another thing you can do here, you can set margin, or you can maybe remove the template you have there. Okay, so it prints on a white sheet. Okay, so you can see it's on a white sheet, so you can print on a hard copy of your certificate template. Okay, everything is nicely done. Everything is nicely done. All right, so let's just rotate this again. Now if I reload this on the certificate module, you see the one we just did now is the first one here. This is the CVN, which is unique. It is valid, expiring in 6 months and 3 days time. Okay, and you can actually view it from here. Okay, 20 feet half height cargo basket. Alright, you have everything here, and so it's just nice. So all you need to do is just explore. Okay, it's just to explore. I wanted to add a -10 to move this a bit downward. Okay, let's just go on to print the first certificate, and you see, okay, because I unchecked that column, it printed this without the certificate template. All right, so let's just go on to add it back and print, so you understand what I mean. Right, you see the certificate template is back because I checked that column, that checkbox. That's actually for including the certificate templates. Right, or when you want to print directly on your hard copy. Okay, that's about this, and here is other things you can do. We have this section where you can actually test your connection or upload these whole certificates into the live server, like the server that runs online for the certificate verification system. So where they take the CVN to confirm if the certificate is actually unique or authentic from if it's a genuine certificate anyway. All right, so let's just go through several sections here of other things you can do. Okay, let's just move on to documents manager. You can actually manage documents. We have we've created folders. We have these 2 folders, the same. This is different from the first. Okay, there's a document name, sub for spreader beam, sub for chain sling, and a job completion form here. Okay, now you can create a new one. These are the 2 folder names we've created. We have here, if you need to create a new folder, you can create a new folder, and you see them appear here. Okay, you can create new documents and attach the document. And of course, if the document expires, okay, if a document that expires within 1 year, 2 years, if it does not expire, you just select not applicable. Of course, the due date will you won't have to bother about a due date. Right, so that's it. I won't be creating any for now. All right, so let's just look at the folder. Okay, here we have some folders created here. Let's just go on to delete this. Let's just here's a folder. Okay, document manager, we have our folders. Okay, let me just go on to create a new folder. Let's name it new folder. Sorry, not the spelling of new folder. All right, new folder. Okay, let's just go on to create this. Okay, and we have new folder created and with no document. Okay, so here is what we can do. Let me see if I can add a document to a new folder. Let's go on to document manager, create new, select new folder. Of course, it does this automatically. Document name, let's just say new folder. Let's just do this. No duration, it's not necessary. Let me just put today. Okay, let me go on to select to attach the document. Let's just search for one document. Let's just put this flange image. Okay, let's just use this flange image. And okay, it's requesting for this initiation date. The date was created. All right, document successfully created. All right, there's a new folder and we have this document. Of course, you see duration is not set because we do not set up an expiry for that document. Okay, the date created is today and is valid. It will forever remain valid. Okay, so you can actually view them from the folder, from the documents, whichever you can view them. So let's just go on to here. Okay, here is the document, new folder with an ID for the document. All right, and you can view it. Okay, and here is another cool thing, the message box. Okay, you can compose a message, you can actually send a message. Okay, let's look on sent items and see. All right, I think we have actually did one before, so you can view the document and you can actually download it. Okay, you can send document across to any personnel within this system. Okay, and it has a lot of controls or modules that you can explore. and they're all working. Like we have the permission. Here's what you can do with the permission. This permission modules is used to set permissions for all the systems, for all the modules we have here, to assign modules to personnel. Okay, giving them permissions, granting them access to performing one or two tasks from it. Now let's say I've only added data of operations. Let's say I want to grant some permissions for a particular personnel. Let's say Harry Johnson. I want him to have access to certificates. I want him to have access to certificates. Okay, here is what I can do. I click on certificates. I've already selected the employee. Now, what permission do I want to grant him? Now, this is the description of what we have here. This should be controlled by certification department. However, those whose role relates to this can be given access to it. All right. So let's say I want to give read access to this personnel, okay, which is Johnson Harry, meaning that this person will be able to read or access certificates, view them, but cannot create, can only view certificates. All right. Now, if I set permission, if I set privilege for that user, so you can see Johnson Harry has a read permission for this module. Okay, so the person can actually access or view certificates, okay, as an inspector. So these are lots of things. Of course, this account I'm using is an admin account. All right, it's an admin account, so that's why I have access to assign or remove or do it's a super user account. All right, so there are lots of things. I won't be doing much of it. Here is a client section where you can add clients. Okay, you can create your clients. You just register them. Of course, if you have something unique or a special requirement, we can fix that for you. We are prepared. We are out for business, and we are glued to helping you succeed more in your daily activities. All right, so that's it. I think that's all I'll be doing for now. There are a lot much more than what we have here. I recently changed the name of this account, this admin account, and here's the notification. Employee records updated. First name have been successfully changed to Bliss. Last name have been successfully changed to admin. So these are a few things I did. Okay, so it keeps track of everything. An employee whose name is being changed can actually see a notification telling him that, look, your name have been updated. Probably he should be aware that his name probably was wrongly spelled or something like that. So that's it. And this module is only accessible to an admin account unless they have a privilege. If you have one of the privileges, read write or read write, then the admin user, whoever is logged into the system, can actually have access to modules that have been assigned to them, okay, and with a limited access based on the permission granted them. All right, and now you see we've added one and we have seven. Okay, valid certificates, we have 7, and expired still remains 4. All right, it keeps track of everything you've done. Okay, so you don't need to bother about Of course, we have certified today 6. What we have initially was 5 when we started this, and certified today is now 6. We did not update any, so it's remaining 2. Okay, and that's it. We've added documents. We had 3 and we have 4 now, so it keeps track of everything. Still remains 100% because 100% is still the documents we have. Okay, none has expired. So all right, thank you.